Daryl, a win in your first game of the season. Just your assessment of it first.
Oh yeah, I thought we started great. I thought we were not far off perfect really the first 20-25 minutes, and then we made a couple of errors which put York into good attacking positions. I suppose what we could show there was that we can defend our try line. We watched York leading into this, and obviously the game that they played against Newcastle, the amount of sort of plays that they've got, they've got some smart plays near the line, and we defended everything that was thrown at us really for pretty much all the game, but that period just before half time I thought was a really great defensive effort from the whole team. And then second half I just thought we were a little bit loose. I thought York stepped up a couple of levels, and we gave them a few opportunities. A couple of errors, a couple of penalties, which then meant they spent a fair bit of time on our try line again. But that was probably one of the most pleasing parts of our performance. Was we held them out consistently until they get an offload and they get points on us. But for us we finished the game well with that try, which was a great bit of skill from Max Jowett. It's a good win for us. I think we always thought this was going to be a tricky game coming here. I think York they've obviously got a smart coach, and they throw a lot at you. They've got a couple of players missing. I thought they stepped up in the second half, and they'll be probably more pleased with the second half, and us probably more pleased with the first. But yeah, it was an important game. We needed to win it. You don't want to have to score over 104 points against Newcastle, so we needed to get that right, and I thought we did that pretty well. It was some high quality things in there mixed in with some things that we'd want to improve on.
As you said there, the defence sort of speaks for itself in the scoreline. From an attacking point of view as well, Lachlan Walmsley and Jermaine McGilvery, I think, involved in either scoring or assisting 5 of the tries this afternoon. Just how much of an attacking threat and outlet are they on those wings?
Well, there's a lot of work got to be done inside of that to make it happen, and both our half-backs and our middle unit players are combining really well at the moment. So I thought it was a combination of ability from different sections of the team. Well, look, you've got Lachlan's really quick and athletic, and Jerry's really powerful. So they're going to get lots of opportunities. I mean, Jerry scored 3 last week against Wigan. He's getting lots of opportunities. It looks like the team's going to be a fluent team. They're pretty smart. There's some real quality thinkers in there with a lot of ability. So they're going to get a lot of opportunity. And I think down to wingers or down to Max as well. Some of the things that he did, I thought were high quality today.
And I guess there's no one better than Luke Gale to be running those players. I know he's not been able to play much in pre-season, but how pleased were you with his performance today? Yeah,
I thought he was good. He hadn't trained much for the last few weeks. I mean, him and Mason really haven't. It's been a couple of weeks since they've trained together. So for them to combine in the way that they did, in tough conditions, it's pretty windy out there today. So communication can be pretty difficult in those conditions. But they combined really well, and I thought for large parts the team looked in sync, and that's down to obviously Gailey as an organiser, but then the combination of your spine, whether it's Uddy out there, Gailey, Mason Lino and Max obviously. I thought they were really well organised, and we were very difficult to defend against today.
In the half, you obviously got Miles Lawford as well, sort of waiting in the wings. He was 18th man today. Was it difficult to leave him out after how he's done in pre-season?
I think particularly last week against Wigan, he was really good. I thought he did some okay things against Leeds, but that was his sort of first look with the team, and a couple of bits I think he needed to improve defensively. But I thought he was a lot stiffer defensively last week, and he did some smart things with the ball. So look, we signed Miles as a developing player, and sometimes players shoot through, and other times they take a little bit more time. He'll play plenty this year, and I'm happy to put him out there. What I did want to do is give our main men the opportunity to start us off, and that's why I selected them. And Miles was pretty good. He handled it all right, and they're the lessons as a young player, and you know, we've got some interesting fixtures over the next couple of weeks. So you know, we'll see what these what the week brings and see what I want to do tactically and where you know, we've got Isaiah Pagana here as well. So you know, I'll probably give him a look at it next week. So you know, somebody else will come out of the team, and yeah, that's the way it is. We've got a good squad, and having young players who can come in and do a job is obviously awesome for us.
You mentioned Isaiah there. I think you've been over for about a week or so. What have you made of him so far in training? Yeah,
he's just been settling in, to be honest. I mean, obviously initially it's pretty tough when someone flies from Australia, because you have to. Well, they're not going to do anything else, are they? That's a crazy thing to say. But what they can't do is you can't throw them straight on the training field. They need some time to embed. So he's had a swim, he's had a sort of half a session, and then he's had a full session to have a look at it. So next week we'll give him a good opportunity to have trained for 2 full weeks in and around the team. He's got to know everybody now. So yeah, he's been good, great kid. He's a big boy. You know, particularly he's tall and rangy and athletic. So I think he'd be good for us. You know, we've got some good young middle unit players who we think are going to be great for us over the next few years, and he's one of those.
You can probably include Caleb Ueli in that group as well. He got a try today, obviously. He looks like a real handful.
Yeah, so Caleb's worked hard, so he came over, probably needed to trim up a little bit, and he's done that, and he's a work in progress. But yeah, I thought against Wigan last week, when he put his foot down, he took some handling, and today he scores a try there. He's difficult to manage. You know, he's such a big fella, and his play the ball speed is outstanding, and did that last week, and he's done that today again, as well as scoring a try off a set-up play. So always nice for middle boys that are scoring tries off set-up plays. You know, you don't often see that happen.
He scored it in front of that travelling crowd. I think he'd broken the record for the amount of away ticket sales in the club's history. Is that following and that away crowd today sort of a mark of the good feeling around the club as a whole at the minute, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, obviously, I think what Matt's done in terms of his communication about fans and, you know, the season ticket sales have been phenomenal. So it's quite surreal to see a team get relegated and then see how positive the vibe is around it. Obviously, Matt coming in, myself and coaches coming in, creating a new vibe, and you know, we've signed quite a few new players. The one thing I would say though is that the players that were already at the club have been outstanding. I've been so impressed with them. You know, people like Pitsy, Bayashurst, Liam Ward. You know, players like that who've been there a long time. You know, I think they've been outstanding. I think they're ready for change. They're thriving on the change, and they've all started. You know, the pre-season period and this start to the season, they've all started well.
Got Cyril in the cup next week. Bit of a change of scenery, a bit of a different sort of game. Are you looking forward to it? Yeah,
you know, they've been an outstanding, you know, community club for many years. I mean, club, not just team. Obviously, the first team's quality, but the club itself, you know, they're such a hotbed in terms of developing young players. So, you know, to be massively respected, so we will be showing them respect, and the challenge for us is our standards over the next 3 weeks. You know, you have to make sure that you respect the opposition and the game itself when you play rugby league. So yeah, we need to get that right, make sure that we can't be going into that game thinking it's going to be easy, because it's 13 on 13, you know, they're high quality players, and we want to make sure that we're right at our game, and we make life difficult for our opposition. Obviously, we want to do something in every competition we play in this year, and I think we've started well in the 1895. Now we want to get to the next round of the Challenge Cup. So you know, we've got a couple of sessions next week, slightly shorter turn round to Saturday. So we'll prepare well and look forward to it.
And just finally from me, injury-wise, Luke Bain and Liam Kay, what's their recovery like at the minute? How are they coming?
Yeah, so Luke Bain's coming back from an Achilles rupture, so you know, that's a sort of a longish term injury. He's all right, he's going okay, he's getting into little bits with the team, but as is the issue with with when you're coming back from a long-term injury, other things start to crop up. You know, you get back running, your hamstring starts to talk to you, and all sorts of things like that. So he's had a couple of bits like that, but he's okay. He's on track. I reckon he'll be potentially back end of March where he'll be available just into the champ season. So we'll just keep assessing him. Liam Kay, I think, was a 6 to 8 weeks injury. So he's sort of in the middle-ish of that. And again, we'll just assess him as we roll through, but not be playing in the next couple of weeks, that's for sure.